11th, the hour being 7:30. First item on the agenda is a COVID update. Jim, good to see you.
Hi, long time no see. How's everyone doing?
Good. Patrick's done a fantastic job filling in for you, but we're glad we have the top dog tonight.
That's good to hear. I just wanted to show up and thank you guys. I don't have a select board meeting or any other meetings tonight. The staff here in town hall with Trish and Melissa and Rika and Jen are doing a great job, and they continue to do a great job. We're happy to have them all. We're all dealing with this as we continue through this COVID environment. I started making preparations for town meeting today in the fall. I'm not sure whether or not we're going to do it outside or in the auditorium. I'm kind of waiting for the moderator to give me some direction on that. But if I was guessing or betting on it today, I'd probably say it might be another outdoor town meeting. Probably on a Saturday in October. I actually booked the high school football field for every Saturday in October earlier today. But I'm thinking if we start at 10 on the football field on a Saturday, we'll finish by the end of the day. We're up to about 22 articles as placeholders. The warrant closes next Tuesday night with the select board. And we're just preparing for it, moving forward with a bunch of things. We've got a bunch of union contracts that need to get settled and some capital programs. So it'll be more extensive than the spring town meeting. I also had a call with the lieutenant governor today with the area town managers. They kind of talked us through what they're thinking as far as flare-ups and planning the next two. They're going to do a 2-week look back every week to judge a community, and they got a color scale chart that they're going to go by. I think Melissa might have seen that same presentation earlier in the day. Right now, Walpole's in white, which is a good thing. I know the updated numbers are coming out tomorrow. I think we'll probably still be in white, so white's the best one to be in. I think green's the second best. You're still in a safety zone. And then if you have flare-ups, it's yellow and red. Is that right, Melissa?
I think so.
Yes, you are correct. Yes.
I did see that map this afternoon on the news feed, and it was encouraging to see only a very small number of red sections.
Yeah.
And even actually a small number of yellow. I mean, when you think about it, what do we have, 370 cities and towns?
Yeah, it was very small.
And
encouraging in that route.
Yeah, so it's looking good, but I am glad that the state is taking action sooner than later.
Yeah.
When you start seeing the spike.
The other big thing, obviously, on everyone's minds is schools and what's happening in Walpole. The schools came out last week. I'm sure you know, went with the hybrid approach. But Melissa and I joke every time we talk. That's more than a month away. A lot could change between now and a month. I know the superintendent, she's making plans to go forward with this hybrid approach. It's one of those, I don't think everyone's going to be happy no matter what you do. So the school department's doing a good job working with our Board of Health and their staff to move forward with a plan to get kids back into school in some form or another. So,
and then parents still will have the option, though, to do something online if they're very uncomfortable?
Yeah, the at-home learning program, which will have the teachers, everybody's going to have a Chromebook or some type of computer one way or another, and the teachers will be able to, get to the kids.
Excellent.
Melissa, did I miss anything that you can think of?
No, you did good, Jim. I would say just the new changes that went into effect today. So obviously the reduction in gathering sizes. So originally it was 100 people were allowed to gather outdoors. Now it's 50 people. Originally it didn't really apply to private events, so on your own private property, and now it actually does apply to private property. So this is something that the police can enforce. Obviously, our Walpole police is trying to be more along the line of educating first and, giving people the benefit of the doubt to try to do the right thing. Also now, if there's groups of 10 or more individuals that are not from the same household, they are required to wear a mask when they're in that gathering group. So things along that nature. I know also they're working with the businesses that kind of come off as bars, but that were open because they potentially sold food. So they're working with the ABCC to try to patrol those places. So those places are serving food and beverages, so they're not just kind of operating as a bar under the radar.
So that's 50 people for the outdoor gatherings. How about like indoors there?
So indoors 25, and that remained at 25. They didn't change that. They still obviously have to adhere to the social distancing requirement. So sometimes you're limited to less than that, or if they have an occupancy permit for less than that, they wouldn't be able to exceed the occupancy permit.
Does that 25 apply to like churches and things like that?
So there's different guidelines for different buildings. So if you look at those guidances trump the gathering guidance. So there are certain for places of worship, there's a reduced percentage of occupancy based off of occupancy they're allotted.
Oh, okay, so say 25% of what a church could hold would, if that's more than 25, it would be okay.
Yeah, so I believe churches are at 40% now.
40%? Oh, okay. All right, cool. All righty.
So that's it for me.
And if I remember correctly, Melissa, from your note, we had, 3 additional cases since our last meeting?
We did, correct.
Has that changed between?
So we are now at 268 cases. So last week when I emailed you, we were at 265. So 268. Okay. So we are actively monitoring 3 of those cases.
That's, I guess, in the great scheme of things, that's a good number to be at. I feel bad for those 268 folks, but at least it's not going up by huge numbers every week. So good, excellent. Thank you, Jim, very, very much. Good luck.
Thanks all. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Jim.
I appreciate you guys doing what you're doing.
And we appreciate all of your support as well. Take care.
Thanks all.
Thanks.
All right, next on our agenda is the approval of minutes from the July 28th meeting. I did not see anything, but maybe better eyes than mine caught something. Are there any changes, corrections, additions, or deletions to those minutes?
The only thing, should we do anything in the pool variance? More of a general question also for today. Is there anything we should do in there to emphasize, the state's COVID guidelines, making sure that we reference those, that we have our own requirements, but we also make sure they're ensuring that they follow any of the current, because we can't keep up with the current, it could change. So we want to leave it in there to make sure it's up current.
Well, that's a very good point. Melissa, what do you think?
I think that's a really good idea.
So yeah, then excellent, Rachel. That's so do you want to make that as a correction to the approval for the lifeguard variance that we did last time?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good place to start. If we put that and we figure out some kind of some language, maybe that becomes our standard, unfortunately, or hopefully just for a short period of time. But if at least we have some kind of standard language for these, there'll be a couple of them we have to do.
Yeah, and we have one
because there may very well be some guidance in terms of number of people and so forth. So yeah, that's an excellent point. I'm sorry, Mona, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I said we have another variance today, so that will be this one.
So we just include something that, along with our specific requirements that the pools need to be aware of and follow any current guidance from the state regarding COVID protections. That be enough?
I think that's good.
Okay. You want to make a motion then on the amended minutes, Richard?
I will make a motion regarding the amended minutes that we accept them as discussed.
All right. Do I hear a second? Okay, motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, 4-0-0. And then rather coincidentally, we have a lifeguard variance from LA Fitness. Is anyone from LA Fitness coming tonight or no? Because they had asked that it be deferred.
So I had reached out to them. I know that they did want it to be on the board meeting tonight, but I know that their manager, Jen Harlow, she has been on sick leave. She should be back shortly, but they did send me 2 additional CPO certificates today of staff that work there. So they did provide that, and I don't think there's any difference in their request. The only thing is I still, since their permit lapsed because they were closed with COVID, they haven't reopened the pool yet. So I would like to go out to do an inspection. I've reached out to them about that. So we're still working on scheduling a time. So that would really be the only thing, is that prior to opening, I would like to do an inspection because they have been closed for a little while.
I did read through the variance that we granted last year. I'm not aware of any issues between then and now with them. I mean, we did have some issues with cleanliness and so forth, but they seem to have addressed those. So
I believe they have. Since I've been here, I haven't had any issues, but I also, COVID started about 3 months after me starting here, so their pool has been closed.
So it's your fault.
I guess I brought it.
No, I will say since Jen took over as manager, I feel like I've seen a huge change in the facility. Even the complaints that we would get for cleanliness, I do see an improvement. So hopefully she comes back from sick leave.
So
maybe been closed for a while.
Can we grant a lifeguard variance contingent on a successful site inspection?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Related though, because this is just for the lifeguard.
What was it, Mona?
Is it related to the pool? Like if they're following the rules? This is just.
Well, technically, they don't have a permit right now because their permit would have expired the end of May, and they just didn't renew it at that time because they weren't operating. So we normally do, if there's a lapse in a permit, we would do an on-site inspection just to give them the permit. So I guess, I mean, it's kind of like more in our office, we would do the on-site inspection, but it's nice to include it in so they don't think, okay, we've approved the variance, you're free to operate.
Right.
We wouldn't want them to operate until we inspect.
So should we?
And there have been no issues with the variance that we granted last year, or I mean, this is what, the third or fourth
and
year.
like Rika referenced, they have 2 CPOs on site right now, and they're looking to get more. So the main thing, just which again is reiterated in our conditions letter, is a CPO needs to be on site at that desk at all times the pool's operating. So if they only have 2 and that doesn't cover all their hours, they're going to have to cut back on their hours.
Okay. All right. Then I'll make a motion regarding the lifeguard variance request from LA Fitness that the Board of Health grants that request with the usual conditions and requirements for indemnification letters, CPO coverage, et cetera, and that the lifeguard variance is contingent upon a successful on-site inspection that it will allow the pool area to reopen.
Okay.
All right, I hear a second. Is there any further discussion?
And with also that new COVID.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You're right. And yeah, thank you, Richard. And include the, the statement that they're required to adhere to any state guidance that's issued regarding pools and COVID, et cetera. All right. Motion has been made, seconded, amended. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? 4-0-0. Anything else for us tonight, Melissa?
Just quickly wanted to just discuss AAA because you're probably seeing it and hearing all about it. So it's starting a lot earlier than I think everyone anticipated. So just really being vigilant. I mean, obviously aerial spraying's taking place. There's been a human case found in Plymouth County, so they are bulking up spraying in that area. But I think what we really need to reiterate to the public that personal protection is the #1 defense, because spraying, once it hits the air, it does dissipate after a while. So what people really need to be vigilant with is wearing their mosquito repellent, wearing long sleeve and pants if obviously weather permits. Not going out from dusk to dawn.
It was 95 degrees today, Melissa. I'm not wearing long sleeves, all right?
Removing standing water if you have a bird bath or a swimming pool, things like that. Putting screens in your windows, things along that line.
There haven't been any AAA in Norfolk County yet?
There has not. it was really fascinating. If anyone does have time, I'm sure Dave would be happy to take you around the Norfolk County Mosquito Control Project. So now they're right in Walpole. I took Kelsey there, actually, our intern, last week or the week before, and he showed us all of the traps and all the mosquitoes that were caught and how they send it to DPH for the labs. And it's just really fascinating, the operation that they run over there. They have all their spray trucks, so it's really nice that they're so close to home.
Now, what's the other disease that mosquitoes?
West Nile.
West Nile. My wife and I were talking about it on a walk the other night because there'd been reported the Triple E down in Plymouth, and I said, there's another one, but I can't remember what the hell it is. So it's West Nile. Okay, good.
And
Well, that's good to know.
living right across from a wetland, they can still call the Norfolk County Mosquito Control.
They can, and they'll do ground spraying. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
If I remember correctly, they can't spray near schools.
So there's certain areas that they're allowed to spray, and there's certain areas that are not allowed to be sprayed. But they're well aware of that. And some people ask to be put on the no spray list as well. So you could have a neighbor that potentially doesn't want to be sprayed. So and
Gotcha.
they notify Norfolk County Mosquito directly. So not to interrupt, but it looks like we have Demetrius on from LA Fitness.
We do. Where? Oh,
hi. Hello.
hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, no problem. Sorry, I had some connection issues, so I got on a couple minutes late, so I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Trust me, we've all experienced some of those technological issues.
Yes, for sure.
Just so you know, we did just review the request, and we approved the variance contingent upon a successful reopening inspection. So you should be all set.
Okay. All right, perfect. Well, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it.
You're very, very welcome, sir. And thank you for joining us, and have a great evening, and stay safe.
All right, thank you. You too.
All righty.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Anything else that we need to address, Melissa?
No, I think that's it.
All right, then let's have a motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor? Aye, aye, aye.
Aye.
400. Thank you all very much. We will see you on
25th.
the 25th of August. Oh my God, the summer's almost over. All right, take care, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.